Hello, my name is Suli Goya, and today we will discuss thin and thick client approach to software architecture. It is said that information system is mostly all about software, or you can say a computer code. It defines what information should do and what kind of data to take into and how to execute it to process a meaningful output. Before going over the thick and thin client approach, let me give you some idea about client-server architecture. It is a network in which server acts as a host, and its job is to provide and regulate most of the resources and services to the clients. In this approach, there can be multiple clients connected to the central server over a network, such as the thin and thick models. Thick models are mostly used for client-server systems and is more complex as compared with thin models. When developing mobile software, developers must choose an architecture that fits their requirements the best, making this a very important software. Thick clients are also referred to as heavy clients and are full-feature computers which are connected to a network, keeping a significant portion of computing on the client side. They have their own storage and a complete OS. Some examples include Yahoo Messenger and Microsoft Outlook. Thick clients are allowed to implement locally installed applications offline and are very useful for use applications like software development. When choosing a better client software, thick clients are preferable as it provides better performance since the application processes is done locally and it has no barrier of relying on the network. It works offline, which results in reducing the communication over a wireless network, conserving bandwidth. Not only does it reduce server demands, but also requires a lesser number of servers. The thick client performs intensive data processing and is independent of a network environment, as previously mentioned. Looking at the present scenario, where entrepreneurs are increasingly to provide them solutions locally and easier, this approach is needed. Server-side scripting or programming means employing scripts on web servers, which produces a customized response for the request initiated by the clients to the website, referring to the client-side programming, which mostly involves user interface work with which user interacts as browser, which is used to run a code. Server-side programming is general name for the programs running directly on the server, and it deals with dynamic content. It requires a server and reduce the number of errors, the issues with compatibility, and it also holds the ability to customize the responses based on the requirements of user and or any queries. Client-side programming is a program that runs on the client. It mostly deals with the user interface, where the user interacts on the web. Languages are JavaScript, HTML. The script takes action on user browser and provides functionality without accessing the web server. Overall, my personal preference is the thick client because of its reliability. Yes, a centralized server is helpful, but at the same time, when things do happen that being offline is required, the thick server will actually be more beneficial than the thin server. Thank you for listening.